Dump the bag from that carpet we just vacuumed. See how much stuff we got out, if any. Grab the bottom of the bag and open it up good and keep shaking. And that is a fair amount of dust to come out of a... Let me go get the little whisk broom and I'll scoot that bag out real quick. That's a lot of dust to come out of just a bedroom carpet. And the person keeps the carpet vacuum, they claim. So that's a lot of dust. Here's the bag. All right, we'll turn the camera back on here in a minute. I'm ready. Oh, okay. Let's go out here away from the brick where there's a little bit of debris. So. We're going to clean the bag real quick, the inside of it.
Yeah, I'll show you how. Stand back a little bit so you can see the whole thing.
One more time we're doing this. We did it on another video, but we'll do it once more here.
All right, you want to carefully turn the bag inside out. Work it through with your fingers, kind of push it to the end. You want to get it in so the cuff is down there about as far as you can get it. You take a broom, a little whisk broom or something like that. Just kind of dust the bag off. And this little pocket has a lot of stuff in it sometimes. Then you want to check the inside of the cuff here, see if there's anything really big you can get out of there. Okay, and then you want to go back, flip it back the right way. Sometimes the easiest way is just grab the inside of the cuff and start pulling it back gently. Kind of work it slowly, evenly. You're going to get a little dusty sometimes doing this too. I'm doing this kind of in a hurry because I don't want to make it too boring to wash. But flip your cuff very gently because these are metal strips in here to help hold it rigid. Then you want to also give the outside a good sweeping and get inside the little side seams and everything. Okay, and then the inside, you can see it's pretty clean. You can vacuum this with like a brush attachment on a hose on another vacuum if you want to. But that's pretty much all there is to it. Now we're going to stop here and then we're going to show you, we're going to take the brush bar out because it's got a lot of hair and stuff in it. We're going to show you how to clean that real quick too. So stay tuned. This is what the vacuum looked like after we got done. You can see there's quite a bit of hair and everything in there. So to clean that out, it's pretty easy. You pop these two latches and remove this plate, and you can clean that if it needs cleaned. Let's throw it on the ground for right now. All right, you just remove the belt, or rolling it like that, and that comes loose. These are a little tight when they're brand new, so you kind of got to work with them a little bit to get them out, but they'll loosen up over time. Now you take off the little end caps come off, and the bearings, the little bearing cap comes off, and that way you need to do that so you can clean that out. I'll just leave the belt sitting here for right now. Go ahead and take the other bearing cap off. Here's the rubber end cap. And all this you want to cut with scissors and get all this off, and you want to check inside the ends here because you want to keep that clean. And also just double check and make sure that it didn't work its way in here. Look for hairs and everything in there. So we'll shut the camera off because I'm just going to cut all this stuff out and get it cleaned up, and then we'll turn it back on when I'm ready to put it all back together. So stay tuned. Alright, when you take this apart, you want to make sure you clean out the insides around here and around here, and go under. You can go underneath this bar here with some scissors or something and get all these hairs pulled off. Make sure you check in here too. There's going to be maybe some hairs in there. And I've cleaned these end caps and everything, and I vacuumed in here. You want to vacuum out the grooves and everything with something, or get a brush and clean it all out so you don't have anything in there when you try to slide it back together, because you don't want to have problems. And another thing you want to look at, this spindle here where the belt rides on, is sometimes hairs will build up around the base of it, so reach in there, try to find hairs and everything and pull them loose, because you don't want that to build up with hair either. So we'll try to put this thing back together real quick. So you put these on first, put on your end caps, make sure they go nice and smooth. Now these come right off, they fall off, so don't worry about if it comes apart. But if you see this thing here, there's a little ridge on the outside here, and that wants to go. You want to put that to the outside. So you want to line this up right here with these pins and find a spot where it sits and put it on like that. And then you should have the shorter hex pieces sticking to the outside, and the flat part goes against the bearing cap. And then you want to kind of hold on to those because they'll fall right off again on you. Then you do the other side the same way. Slide it on, make sure it spins good. Then you make sure you keep the little hex pattern on here, keep it up to the outside, and find a place to align those pins. Set them up. Okay. Now when you're putting this in, you can see it's kind of got a little chevron shape to the outside edge here, and it is pointed at the top and it's flat on the bottom. So you want the pointed side to go in, and you want to make sure you line both of them up the same way. And throw your belt on, and the short side goes to your right side when you got it upside down like I've got it. And you can see these grooves, they're not straight in, they're not straight up and down, you have to go in at that angle. So you want to make sure, because it's kind of difficult to maneuver, and when these things are new, they're real tight. So first you check that the point is down on one side, and I'll check the other point is down on the other side, and then you kind of got to just find a way to get them started about the same time. Because if you get one side in all the way and not the other side, they'll be a little bit difficult. And it's kind of hard to push, but you just keep pushing, apply pressure, and then push, push, push. And when they've been used a few times, they start to loosen up and they're not quite so stiff. Make sure they look pretty even on the sides. Kind of turn it a little bit by hand. Make sure it spins okay. Alright, now your belt, the top of the belt always goes to, it'll be your left side when you've got it the direction I've got it, but the left side always goes to the top. And these are a little bit tough sometimes. Put it on there, and then give it a spin. Kind of help line the belt up. Okay. And I also vacuumed the base and everything real good. Now this bottom plate, there's some pins here at the front, and you want to make sure you get it into the alignment of those pins right. It's kind of hard to do something. Okay, you can see the pins are both out, and be careful, you don't want to break these pins off. You get that like that, and then if you push down right here, you can usually snap those pretty easily. And that's on. And it's still turning. Now this plate here, I didn't clean this, but you can wipe this down with like some alcohol and a towel or something like that, and kind of keep this from building up and make it work a little better. So those are aligned. Check everything. Then you're ready to spin it back over. Alright, and there's how it works. And then The bags, we haven't put the bag back together, but all you got to do is fix it at the bottom, and then bring the spring up and pop it into this little hinge, and you're ready to go again. And I showed this on video, so it took a while because I was explaining it, but you can actually do this. You can clean the bag in about 2 or 3 minutes, and you can take that whole bottom end apart. Once you know how to do it, you can take it all apart and clean it, put it back together. It doesn't take about 3 or 4 minutes to do it, so it's no big hassle at all. Basically, that's all there is to that. So thanks for watching the video.